Hello students, welcome to the channel of Ganeshka Tutorial. Today we are going to learn Standard 10th Geometry Chapter 1 Similarity. In previous video we have learned practice set 1.2 up to third sum. Now we are going to learn practice set 1.2 from fourth sum.
Practice set 1.2 for sum. Measure of some angle in the figure are given. Prove that कि AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. So to prove this, we have to use a basic proportionality theorem, because here this line is looking parallel to this line. Actually they are not given to us. First we have to prove it that this line is parallel to this, and then we can use BPD in this triangle, and by using BPD we can prove these ratios are equal. Okay, so how can we prove these lines are parallel? Here angle APQ and PBC have same measures and they look like a corresponding angle. If corresponding angle are congruent, the line on which they form, that line is parallel by converse of corresponding angle test for parallel lines. So through that corresponding angle test for parallel lines, we can say that PQ is parallel to BC, and by using this we can prove that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Okay, let's start. Okay, to prove this PQ upon BC, we have here two angles APQ and PBC. So angle APQ is congruent to angle PBC, each 60 degree, but angle APQ and angle PBC are corresponding angle form on line PQ. देखो APQ PQ लाइन पे फॉर्म हो रहा है एंगल ऑन लाइन PQ, एंड एंगल PBC लाइन BC पे फॉर्म हो रहा है लाइन BC रिस्पेक्टिवली. Okay, therefore we can say that line PQ is parallel to line BC by converse of corresponding angle test for parallel line. This you have learned in 9th standard. Now we are utilizing this property. So now we have this parallel to this. In triangle ABC, if PQ is parallel to BC, by using BPT, we can write AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. So now in triangle, ABC, segment PQ parallel to side BC. Okay, make it equation number 1. Okay, from 1. So we can say that by BPT, AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC by basic proportionality theorem. By basic proportionality theorem, so you can write it. Now fifth sum, in trapezium ABCD, side AB parallel to side PQ parallel to side DC is given. Now AP is how much? 15. So AP is here 15. Write down. PD is how much? 12. QC is how much? 14. And BQ we have to find out. So make it question mark. This we have to find out. What they given us? These three parallel line, AB parallel to PQ parallel to DC is given to us, and by using this we have to find out BQ. So to find out BQ, we have to use a property of three parallel lines that are transversal. In that we will get AP upon PD is equal to BQ upon QC. Okay, by property of three parallel line and they are transversal, we can write AP upon PD is equal to BQ upon QC. So we'll get. So write down. Okay, now what? Side AB parallel to side PQ parallel to side DC is given to us, and by using these three parallel and their transversal, we can write AP upon PD ratio. AP upon PD is equal to BQ upon QC. BQ upon QC by property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Three parallel and their transversal. So now put the value and get the answer. So how much AP? AP is 15. So AP is 15. PD is how much? 12. Equal to, as it is, BQ is how much? BQ we have to be find out. So BQ remain as it is. QC is 14 here. So now cross multiply. 15 multiplied by 14 here equal to, as it is. Then BQ multiplied by 12. BQ multiplied by 12. So now we want BQ. So make it BQ alone. Move 12 that side. So 15 into 14 upon this 12 will come in the denominator. So is equal to BQ as it is. So divide this. What you will get? 3 4s are 12. 3 5s are 15. 2 2s are 4. 2 7s are 14. So BQ is equal to 7 5s are 35 upon 2 as it is. So divide 35 by 2. What you will get? 2 1s are 2. What remain? 1 and 5. 2 7s are 14. 15 में से 14 का 1 बचा. So take a decimal point. 2 5s are 10. So what you will get? 17.5. Here you get. So make it unit. So this is our answer. BQ is equal to 17.5 unit. Write down this. Now sixth sum, find QP using given information. So in this given to us NQ is bisector of angle MNP. Ray NQ is bisector of angle MNP is given. By using this, we have to be find out QP here. QP, find QP. So by using angle bisector property, we can find out QP. So use angle bisector property in this triangle. So it's very easy actually. So in triangle MNP, ray NQ is bisector of angle MNP. Bisector of angle MNP. So by using angle bisector property, in angle bisector property, we have learned that कि MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP. Okay, MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP. So MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP by angle bisector property. Now put the value which is given to us in the figure. Mn is how much? 25. So Mn is 25. Np is how much? 40. Equal to, as it is, Mq is 14. Qp we have to find out. So cross multiply. 25 into Qp is equal to 40 into 14. 40 into 14, this and this. So we have to be find out QP. So make it alone. So equal to, as it is, 40 into 14. Here 25 is in multiplication, so there it will come in denominator. So QP as it is. So divide this. 5 5s are 25, 5 8s are 40. 5 8s are 40. Now multiply these two. 8 4s are 32. 2 carry 3. 8 1s are 8 and 3 11. 112 now. Divide by 5. So make it division. 5 1s are 5. 5 2s are 10. What remain? 1 remain. 1 and 2 12. Again 5 2s are 10. What remain? 2 remains. Take decimal point. 5 4s are 20. So 22 upon 4 unit. QP is how much? 22 upon 4 units. So you can write here QP is equal to 22.4 unit. Question number 8. In triangle LMN, ray MT is bisector of angle LMN. Ray MT is bisector of angle LMN. So they are given to us. LM is 6, MN is 10, TN is 8, and LT we have to be find out. LT we have to be find out. So here bisector of angle is given. So we can use angle bisector property in this sum, and we can get LT. So in angle bisector property, the bisector of an angle divide the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of remaining side. So in triangle LMN, ray MT is bisector of angle LMN. Therefore, LM upon MN is equal to LM upon MN is equal to LT upon TN by angle bisector property. LT upon TN. By angle bisector property, we can write this. So write down here, by angle bisector property. By angle bisector property. So now put the value to get the answer. ML is how much? Means LM is how much? 6. MN is how much? 10. Equal to, as it is, LT we have to be find out. TN is how much? 8. So cross multiply 6 into 8 equal to, as it is, 10 into LT. So LT we have to be find out. So we have to be move this 10 on that side. So LT is equal to 6 into 8. This upon here. So it will come in denominator. So 6 8s are 48 upon 10. Because of 10 in denominator, we can put a decimal point after one digit from right hand side. So LT is equal to 8 decimal point 4, means 4.8 unit. This is our answer. Write down this. Now, in 9th sum, in triangle ABC, segment BD is bisector of angle ABC, and AB is equal to x, BC is equal to x plus 5, DC is equal to x plus 2, and AD is equal to x minus 2. Then find the value of x. So here bisector is given of angle ABC. BD is bisector of angle ABC. So by using angle bisector property, we can find out the value of x in this sum. So let's solve this. In triangle ABC, ray BD is bisector of angle ABC. So by using angle bisector property, we can write AB upon BC. AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC, is equal to AD upon DC by angle bisector property. By angle bisector property. Now put the value which is given to us. AB is how much? X. BC is how much? X plus 5. X plus 5 equal to, as it is, AD how much? X minus 2. X minus 2. And DC is how much? X plus 2. X plus 2. Now make it bracket to each term. Now cross multiply. So x into x plus 2 equal to, as it is, x minus 2 into x plus 5. So multiply this, x into x, x square, plus, as it is, x into 2, 2x, equal to, as it is, multiply these two brackets. So first multiply x with this bracket. So x into x plus 5. This minus is here. Then 2 multiply by this bracket. 2 multiply by this whole bracket. Okay. So now x square, as it is, plus 2x equal to, as it is, multiply these two terms, x into x, power is addition. So it become x square. plus as it is x into phi x, okay, minus as it is 2 into x 2x. If minus will go under the bracket, then it will change the sign, so plus become minus here, so 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10. So now do the subtraction here, so write down, so x square plus 2x is equal to x square plus 2x is equal to x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10. So equal to as it is x square plus 2x, x square as it is. Do the subtraction from 5x 2x, subtract, what you will get, 3x you will get, minus 10 as it is. So both side is x square, so we can cancel it from both the side. What remain? 2x is equal to 3x minus 10 remain. Okay, so move a variable on one side and constant term on another side. So we'll move 2x on that side. Here is in addition, so there will be in subtraction. Here in 10 is subtraction, so here will come in addition, means it will become plus. It will move here. So from 3x 2x minus, what remain? X remain, so 10. So x is equal to 10 unit. So this is the value of x. This is the value of x. Write down this. Practice set 1.2 10 sum. In the figure 1.44, x is any point in the interior of the triangle. X is any point in the interior of triangle means x is point inside the triangle. Point x is joined to the vertices of triangle. X is joined to the vertices of the triangle. Vertices means corner. Point x is joined to the vertices of the triangle. D, E, F. D, E, F are the three vertices of the triangle DF. So segment PQ is parallel to D. Segment PQ is parallel to D. Segment QR is parallel to EF. Then fill in the blank to prove that segment PR is parallel to DF. Segment PR parallel to DF. For that, to prove that, we need to be fill these blanks. This is an activity based question and we have to be write this filling the blanks here. So already given some points to us in triangle XDE. In triangle XDE. In this triangle, we already have keep PQ. That PQ is parallel to D. Okay, PQ is parallel to D is given to us. So PQ parallel to D is given. So we write down here is given. Okay. So in triangle PQ is parallel to D is given. So
In triangle
XDE PQ parallel to D is given. So by BPT we can write basic proportionality theorem. We can write this means XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QE, means XP upon PD. So XP upon PD is equal to QX, XQ upon QE, XQ upon QE. Okay, by basic proportionality theorem. So reason is already given here. Equation number 1. Now in triangle XEF, XEF, QR parallel to EF is given. So write down here is given. So again by basic proportionality theorem we can write this ratio. So XQ this upon this QE is equal to XR upon RF. XR upon RF. So equation number 2, and reason is what? Again same reason, by basic proportionality theorem. By basic proportionality theorem. By basic proportionality theorem. So you can write this from 1 and 2. Here XP upon PD is equal to XQ upon QV, and XQ upon QV is equal to XR upon RF. So this right hand side of equation 1 is equal to the left hand side of equation 2. These two are equal. So from 1 and 2 we can say that these two are equal to each other. So XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. From 1 and 2, XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. So by converse, in triangle XDF, XP upon PD is equal to X upon RF. That means this PR is parallel to DF. So PR parallel to DF by converse of basic proximity theorem, because these two ratios are equal. So by converse we can say that this line is parallel to this. Write down this. Now in 11th sum, in triangle ABC, ray BD is bisector of angle ABC, and ray CE bisector of angle ACB. If segment AB and AC are concurrent, segment AB and AC are concurrent, then prove that ED parallel to BC. Then prove that ED is parallel to BC. So write down given. Okay, in triangle ABC, ray BD bisector of angle ABC, ray C bisector of angle ACB. Ray BD bisector of angle ABC, ray CE bisector of angle ACB, and then segment AB congruent to AC. Segment AB congruent to segment AC. Okay, so this is given to us to prove कि ED parallel to BC. This ED parallel to BC we have to prove. ED parallel to BC we have to be proof. To prove ED parallel to BC, we have two ratio, AE upon EB, AD upon DC, to be a proof. To prove the parallel, to prove ED parallel to BC, we have to be show AE upon EB is equal to AD upon DC. And to get this, we have to be utilize this given to get this ratio equal. So let's solve the sum. Solution. Okay, in triangle ABC, segment AB congruent to segment AC, equation number 1, it is given, or it is given. So again, in triangle ABC, ray BD is bisector of angle ABC. Ray BD is bisector of angle ABC. So by angle bisector property, AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC. So by angle bisector property, AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC. Here equation number 2, by angle bisector property, by angle bisector property. So in next, in triangle ABC, ray CE is bisector of angle ACB. So by angle bisector property, in triangle ABC, ray C is bisector of angle ACB. So AC upon BC is equal to AE upon EB. AC upon BC is equal to AE upon EB. Equation 3, by angle bisector property. So from 1, 2 and 3, here AB is equal to AC, and in second, AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC. In third, AC upon BC is equal to AE upon EB. What we want? AE upon EB is equal to AD upon DC we want. So where it is? Here AD upon DC, here AE upon EB. These two should be equal. To get this AB equal to AC, we have from equation 1, AB equal to AC, and BC already equal to BC because it is same. So means in equation second and third, left hand side is already equal, okay, from equation 1. So we can equal right hand side from equation 1 and 2. So from 1, 2 and 3. So from 1, 2, 3, equation 1, 2, 3, we can say that AE upon EB is equal to AD upon DC. Okay. So if AE upon EB is equal to AD upon DC, by converse of basic proportionality theorem, we can say that this line is parallel to this. So therefore segment ED is parallel to segment BC by converse of basic proportionality theorem. By converse of basic proportionality theorem. So write down this.